So I am Deepak Banga, founder of Fleetable. I am very pleased to welcome you to this webinar. So the agenda for today is, what is the requirement of having an application for FTL? People are already using Excel, already doing paperwork. What is the requirement of the software? Then how Fleetable can help you in full truck load management. Then we will tell you the features of Fleetable and how reporting comes out in Fleetable. My question is, everybody has seen this person. This is a particular specific transporter who is working all alone and doing multiple jobs at once. Orders are coming, trucks are being allotted. He's also coordinating with drivers. He's also coordinating with the customers. He's also coordinating with the billing. He's also asking for payments. So he's doing everything. But when you are ready to move on to a different sparing, so if you want to move on to a different business level, you would want something. And I am very sure that you do not want this. You want your business to grow linear. You don't want a hopscotch or any. You don't want to face these challenges. So if you want to grow simply, you can use Fleetable. If you want to learn and if you want to, let's say, see every challenge and then have to find out a solution for that, which we have already found out, then the second option is for you. But I believe everybody would want the first option. So here are some features of Fleetable which would help you in managing your FTL business. We will talk about them in detail in this webinar. So some of the features are scheduling, vehicle allotment, dispatch, Enroute, arrived, unloaded, POD submission, invoicing, payment receipt, hire slip management, vehicle hire payment, then contract management, predefined rate contracts, multiple variables. So we have seen a lot of people have a lot of different demands. So we have created some separate modules for them so that they can put their customized fields themselves. Fixed or variable pricing, specifically notification is very strong in Fleetable. You can give information to your customer via SMS, WhatsApp, email, whatever is convenient to them. Let numbers speak for themselves. These are some numbers from Fleetable. So this is the dashboard of Fleetable. This is the full truck load management operational dashboard of Fleetable. So in this dashboard, we can see what trips have we added, what is the customer balance, what is the driver balance, what is the supplier's balance. We will go into the details in coming slides. So this is the consolidated trip management. In this, you would be able to see what is the trip, how many trips we have created, what is the status of each trip. So you can also schedule trips which you would take in future. Green are the started trips which are already started. 3 are the trips which we have scheduled, but we have not allotted any vehicle. Then 6 journeys have been completed. That means the POD has been received and the trip has been completed. So these are the statuses of each trip. If you see, we have future date also. So there is a requirement from this place to this place on 15th of December. On 6th of December, there is also a requirement. Today we have added these. So this is started. And because today is 3rd and we have not allotted any vehicle to this trip, this is overdue. So any trip which is completed would have further details also. You can also complete a trip to mark and you can get all the details of completed trips also. Of course, this report has all filters which you can use as per your requirement. You can take all these data into Excel. So first we will show you the basic details. Then we will show you customer details. What is the amount which you have to receive from which customer? what is the status of POD, what is the status of the invoicing for this particular trip. And if you have taken an external vehicle for this trip, you would be able to see the supply detail also. Then if you are creating a trip sheet, that means driver settlement, then that trip sheet number would be shown here. So this is the full circle of any transporter's requirement. Now we will show you in depth how it is created. If you want to create a new trip, anything you want to create in Fleetable, you have to go to the top right corner and get this button to create new trip. This is the page for creating new trip. All this is also available on mobile application. You can get this on mobile and get your people start creating invoices readily on mobile. So first we'll ask you if it is a own GR or market GR. If it is a own GR, of course, your GR number is utilized. If it is a market GR, we will ask you the market GR number. That is not your own GR number. So first of all, we will ask you a customer. Who is the customer? So let's say there is a new customer which I want to create. I am just showing it how easy it is to create a new customer. You just have to put a GST number. I remember my GST number. I will put that. So as soon as I put the GST number, all the details would come. The company name would automatically come. The address would automatically come. You just have to put the phone number if it is your requirement. You just have to put the customer short name or party ID, whatever is your requirement. That's it. This customer would be created readily for you. Then if you want to select a customer, let's say I select Hindustan Unilever as my customer, just for an example. If you want to select the date, you can select the date. If you want to include time, you can include date and time both. So that is optional. Normally people would only put the date. You can select the origin. Let's say I select Delhi to Kanpur. I select the vehicle number. So as soon as I select the vehicle number, the owner of this vehicle would automatically show. And the system would know whether it is a own vehicle or a market vehicle. Now, because this is an own vehicle, the supply details are not coming. So let's say if I open a vehicle which is not our own vehicle, then supply details would open up. So we are finding a vehicle whose customer is not Fleetable Demo, because Fleetable Demo is our own company. I don't think we have any market. Yes, we have this market vehicle. So this is a market vehicle which the application is automatically detecting. So your users don't have to do anything. So because this is from Vishal Goods Transport, the supplier name is already coming here, Vishal Goods Transport. If you want, you can change, because you might get this vehicle from other transporter also. That is an option which is completely open for you. Now you can see this supplier freight option, which is opened up. In this supplier freight, we will put what amount of freight we have to give to the transporter. So the vehicle is this, driver name is not compulsory. If you want, you can put, because it is a market vehicle. Then you can also put expected completion date. What is the date on which you are expecting it to complete? Then this part, other detail part, is completely customizable as per your requirement. We have created this application so that you can see and make changes as per your requirement. Some people would ask for wagon number. Some people would ask for airline number. Some people would ask for anything else. Let's say if you have a mode of delivery option you want, any goods description you want, who is the risk bearer, what is the nature of consignment, any note you want. We can add multiple fields as per your requirement here. Then the GR detail, we will ask you who is the consigner. So consigner is, let's say, Hindustan Unilever. Consignee is, let's say, Big Basket. Shipping party is not compulsory, but if it is your requirement, you can add that. Then we would ask you the freight details. So freight is customer freight. What will you charge from your customer? So when you add this, so we will show you different type of charges here. And the best part is these charges are also customizable. You can create your own charges here. Then if you want to select any freight charge, then we will ask you if it is per ton, per kilometer, per day, per liter, whatever is your business requirement, we have every unit available. Still, if you want to create a new unit, you can do it yourself. Everything is customizable. This is what we have understood in our last 10 years. Every business is different. Every business has a different role. Every business has a different way of doing things. So we have given everything customizable so that you can create your own Fleetable for yourself. So per ton, let's say I'm charging my customer per ton. The actual quantity is 15 ton. You can increase the charge quantity, of course. So the rate, let's say, is I would add 2000 rupees per ton. So 30,000 it is coming. If you want, you can activate GST. If you do not want GST, you can deactivate GST also. Everything is customizable. In this, GST has been added and this has been saved. So I have to charge this much amount from my customer. Then I have taken the vehicle from Vishal Goods Transport. I will have to pay him also. So I will put truck rate here. Then it with its fixed, or if it is per ton, I'm charging 2000, I'll pay 1500, let's say. So the quantity is 15. I will pay this much amount to my supplier. I will just save and exit this. Now one entry has been created and the detail of that entry is being shown here. So everything what I have entered is completely shown here. So the trip number is 20, GR type is my own GR. The material is going from Delhi to Kanpur. The customer consigner consignee is this, their GST number or whatever their numbers are these. And if you want to see the vehicle number, anything invoice number, you can see that. Then what are the charges being applied? What is the customer balance which you have to take from the customer? And what is the amount that you have to pay to your supplier? And if you want to add any documentation, you can add that document also. We have full attachment module available here. So one thing I missed is I have not shown you how to add invoice. So in order to show you that, I will go to the report part, let's say consolidated. So this is the invoice which we have created, GR. In this, if you want to add invoice, we have an option here. Let's say if you want to put invoice number. So we are also integrated with eWaybill, and if you give us access to your eWaybill account, we would be able to fetch everything through eWaybill also. So we would fetch invoice number, invoice value, everything from eWaybill. Otherwise, you will have to put it yourself. What is the date of invoice? What is the value of invoice? What is the box type? Let's say what is the package? So in full truckload, we have understood package and quantity. Only quantity is required mostly. So we have not emphasized more on this, but still the options are available. If you want, you can put everything here. You can add multiple invoices also. A single GR might have multiple invoices and you can just update it. So once we do this, now we will have the detail of invoices also, which the vehicle is taking. So now the journey has started because we have already given vehicle number and we have given the date also. The journey has started. Now the next step would be to update the POD. So you can do that from here also. You can do that from entries part also. Let's say I'm just going from here. I will click on this POD. Let's say this vehicle has arrived. So I will mark the receive date, whatever the date is. Then I will select the person who has received the POD. What is the date of reporting when the vehicle has arrived there? What is the delivery date? What is the submission date? If there is any delay reason, then you can write that delay reason here. If you want to upload the POD, you can do that from here. All this is also usable from mobile screen also, and you would be able to click the photograph actually from mobile. Then let's say I update this POD. So as soon as I update the POD, the report of POD is already here. You can see, and you can also download in the Excel format all the PODs detailed here. Now, if we see this, we would have POD received status here. So this after started, the POD is also received for this specific trip. So now we have received POD for this. The next step would be to see the invoicing. Let's say I have a customer, for example, Hindustan Unilever. So Hindustan Unilever would have given me a lot of rates. So a contract would have been in place before doing their business. So let's say if the goods are going from point A to point B, then there is a contract. If the goods are different, then there is a separate rate. So keeping in mind everything, we have created a very customizable contract module. In that contract module, you can not only select the specific origin destination, but you can select multiple variables. I will show you how. This is very interesting part because contract management is very important in these scenarios when the companies are right now giving money on many variables. So let's say I will go to contract management and then I have already created a Hindustan Unilever contract, which is starting from 1st April to 31st March. And I want to see the charges, whatever charges we have added. So these are the charges which we have added for Hindustan Unilever. Regular contract freight charges 180 rupees per carton. There is no minimum guarantee. And the conditions are destination should be Jaipur. 200 cartons, destination should be Kanpur. Next, origin is Delhi and destination is Chandigarh. So whenever the system will detect that the customer is Hindustan Unilever and they are using cartons and the origin is Delhi and destination is Chandigarh, it will automatically put 150 rupees per carton. The minimum would be 9,000 rupees. If you are taking lesser cartons, then the minimum value would be applicable. Similarly, I will show you how to create these charges. This is also very interesting. If you want to create any new charges, you just have to select the charge. Let's say I will select a charge. Then you have to select a unit. What unit? Let's say cartons. Then you have to put the rate. Let's say 150. If you want to enable minimum guarantee, you can do that. Then the best part is you can select the origin. Let's say I will select origin here, which is equal to, let's say, Delhi. And then next is I want to add also, not just the origin, but I want to add the destination also. So destination, then destination is equal to or not equal to whatever is your requirement. Let's say Mumbai. Then I want to add, let's say there are a lot of options here. If you want to add a specific vehicle type, so I want to add this rate for only this vehicle type. HGV, LGV, any vehicle type which you have created. These vehicle types are also created by you. So if the vehicle type is this, origin is Delhi, destination is Mumbai, then 150 rupees rate would automatically be applied without telling your user what is the contract. You can have lot of things here. If anything, if it is a state, you want to set rate from state to state, destination, pin code, specific pin codes, goods description, load destination, anything, risk bearer, ship to party, whatever custom fields even you have created, you can create a variable with that customer name. If you want for specific vehicle model, then also it is possible specifically for reefer vehicles and for oil tankers. That is a condition which is important. Then you can simply save and add new. So when you add this row, this row would be added here. And then all the conditions which you have added would be shown here. Right now, I will remove this because we already have a contract made, but you can do that anytime. Now I will show you very quickly the invoicing part because we are running out of time here. The application is so big that we would require a lot of time to show everything. Let's say I will select Hindustan Unilever here, the customer, and the invoice is being created today. If you want, you can put the due date also. Let's say 31st December is the due date. You want, you can search from vehicle, from destination, from GR date between, but I will search everything. So there are 4 GRs which are created for this customer whose invoices are not created. I will select all 4 GRs, and then the charges are automatically, see the charges are coming here, but we want charges to come from contract. So we will click on this button, get rate per unit from contract. As soon as we click this button, the rate from contract would be applicable from here. So automatically the rates have been applied. You want, you can change them. You want, you can also add different charges. That is completely your choice. If you want to add any other charge to this bill, you can also do that. If you want to charge detention, you can do that. You can add that detention from here. And if you want to see the total of this invoice is coming, you have to take this much amount from the customer, but you have already received 20,000 as advance from customer, and then outstanding is this. So you can save this invoice, you can print this invoice, everything is possible. So this is the print of the invoice, which is being shown on screen. The print can be, this is also customizable. If you are taking up our managed implementation plan, then we would be able to create any invoices, any templates as per your requirement. Then once you have created the invoice, you can of course collect the payment. You can see the report of invoices which is created. These are the invoices which are already created. Due dates are mentioned. If you want to receive the amount, you can go to customer payment, select the customer, then search for the invoice. This is the invoice which is to be paid. All the GRs would show, let's say you have received 40,000 rupees against this invoice. Automatically system will put the amount here, current payment. It will automatically fill the amount. So the system would know that the amount has been received only for 3 GRs, not much. So it has automatically added everything. If you want, you can of course change details for each GR, that is possible. And then you can add whether you have received cash or whether it is a bank transfer. Banks you can add yourself. This is the full cycle of any full truck load management. So because we are running short of time, this is what I would want to show you. One thing I have missed is if you want to give advance to driver. So let's say if it is my own vehicle, because this was not my own vehicle, now I would select a vehicle which is my own vehicle. So here Raju is my driver and I have given 10,000 advance to Raju here. So now if you want to see what is the amount which is due with Raju, you can do that also. Let's say I will go to the dashboard and I want to see what is the outstanding of Raju. When I click on Raju, this detail would show here. Every detail of Raju would show here. Then let's say if I want to select any other driver, Ashok, I will see all his detail here. What advance he has taken, what have deposit he had made, whatever. Then if you want to see detail of any customer, you can just click on any customer. Let's say big baskets. What is the amount which we have received? What is the amount which we have paid? So everything would come here. The current outstanding will show here. So these are very simple reports exportable to Excel. Anything is possible here. So we have tried to create a very simple application, keeping in mind all the difficulties the transporters face. So we have very good audience here. I would like to have some questions from them because a lot of people would have different questions. So it is my pleasure to give answers to those questions. Let's see, I'll just read some questions. Yes. So Charles had asked, can we create e-invoice for Indian invoices? Yes, Charles, you can. Yes, this is also an option which is available. So we can create e-invoice directly from Fleetable. We are already connected with e-invoicing portal of Indian government. And once you create the invoice, we have an option to create the e-invoice directly from Fleetable. Then is multi-user and multi-branch available? Can we create multi-user? Obviously, because your organization is growing and you would have a lot of branches. So Fleetable will give you an option to add branches. You can add branches from here, and you want to give specific users their role, that is also possible. Can we add some more fields like reference number? Yes. So custom field option is already available here. If you want, we can add custom fields. You can also add custom fields for yourself. So all those custom fields would be shown here. Can we create invoices? Yes. Multi-charges. Multi-charges. Yes. Multi-charges is also a good question. So multi-charges, if you want to add multiple charges, you can do that simply from here. So let's say I'm adding one charge, then I want to add another charge, let's say labor charge. Then you can do that. If it is a fixed quantity, 500 rupees or whatever amount in your currency. So you can add multiple charges from here. This is possible. So you can always visit our website, leadable.tech, to see what all features are available in full truck load management. And any question you ask in future, you can always connect with our support team, because I would assure you that they are very supportive. And you would require a support team who is supportive specifically for your growing business at this point of time, where you want people to support you and to move ahead with you. So we are your technology partner, and if you move ahead, we move ahead. It is a simple theory. So we never forget this. We will always give you full support. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar. So here are some integrations which we are already giving on Fleetable. You can directly take advantage of them. Then the benefit of FTL module. So we will definitely reduce your stationery, and we will increase your utilization, vehicle utilization. Whatever vehicles are not being utilized would be shown here that these vehicles are not being utilized. We will reduce your customer outstanding because you would be able to create invoices on time, which is normally a very difficult task in any FTL business. We would give you analytics so that you can increase your efficiency. Similarly, with all these, you will obviously reduce operational cost. What your person was doing for, let's say, 10 vehicles, that same person can do this for 30 vehicles, 50 vehicles. So let's say if you are increasing your operational cost, decreasing your operational cost even by 50%, that is a huge saving for you. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar. It was my pleasure telling you all this. Thank you.